Alright, we're going into map number 2. We're still watching the WCG 2003 Grand Final. It's still the 2000 subscriber special. We're still watching Human Mirror. We're still playing Reign of Chaos. And like on map number 1, the Chinese human player, ChinaHuman, is again spawning on the left hand side. He's again spawning in red. And he's again starting with a power build on his altar. So let's take a look at whether he's going to, one of the peasants is going to abandon that project, shortly before it's going to finish again. Or, yeah, okay, he's doing the exact same opening as previously, at least so far. And his opponent with the, I was about to say with the scout farm at his joke, but yeah, that's not quite correct. With the scout barracks at his choke. Insomnia again in gray, again spawning on the right hand side, and he's again, as it appears, going for the Altar of Kings with just a regular build. So AM for ChinaHuman, farm about to finish, AM for Insomnia, and I guess for him there's not really any reason to change things up drastically, as map number 1 has worked very well for him. Whereas ChinaHuman, well, we'll see if he's gonna mix things up in any way compared to map number 1. I mean, he's gotten a bit of an XP lead. He didn't get the expansion as quickly. And he just fell behind in terms of army size rather quickly. So we'll see if this time maybe he's gonna play a little bit more greedily. AM is out, first water metal is being spawned. Footman, where did he scout? Not particularly far, just went down here and then turned around. Maybe anticipating a scout coming in to see Insomnia with plenty of buildings here up front to... Oops, just... clicked the wrong button there and stopped recording for a second. When compared to ChinaHuman, who's got, well, one scout farm coming right now at the top of the map. Both of them are going to start creeping right now. ChinaHuman, yeah, seems like he took a little bit of time there before he started creeping. His AM was out quite a bit earlier, yet his creeping didn't start too much earlier. Somnia needs to make sure not to lose anything here. So does ChinaHuman. And so far both of them are successful. Tome of Intelligence for the AM. And this time, let's just take a look at Insomnia. Yeah, Insomnia with the Sentry Wards. And ChinaHuman this time with the Wand of Lightning Shield. And therefore, this is definitely an edge for him early on. Lightning Shield, by far the best item that he could have found there. Back then even 3 charges, eventually it got nerfed to 2 charges. But yeah, he's definitely gonna wanna make use of that early on, as long as there are only footmen and peasants around to fight. And during that period, the Lightning Shield is going to be an insanely efficient weapon for the Chinese human player. By the way, he's not going for a fast expansion here on Lost Temple. Pretty surprising. Insomnia is again going for the more quick expansion. So ChinaHuman really seems to value his quick tech here over the large income early on. But yeah, as I mentioned at the end, let's take a look at how much gold Insomnia is getting here per creep compared to the Frozen Throne. Like, he's getting 66 gold for the Forest Troll Berserker, whereas I don't even know the numbers by heart, but what do you get in Frozen Throne? Like 15 or so maybe? So the value of creeping here for both of the players is a lot higher than it is in the Frozen Throne. Blizzard again skilled by Insomnia on level 3, and he's immediately cancelling this creep by his opponent. Let's see, ChinaHuman is getting level 2 water metals again, so both of them staying true to their skill preferences of map number 1. And yeah, with the Lightning Shield as an addition, I guess this level 2 water metal seems to be a good choice. It's super tanky early on, almost 700 HP. And with the Lightning Shield, yeah, all that Insomnia really can do currently is run. But eventually the fight is going to take place here inside of his peasant line. And then there's Not really any running anymore. In the meantime, Scout Farm here by Insomnia. Tier 2 has finished. 1 Arcane Sanctum coming, 1 Mountain King coming. So same strategy so far by ChinaHuman, and immediately Call to Arms used at the expansion here. The second Lightning Shield used by ChinaHuman already onto his Water Elemental, and it is Chaos at Insomnia's expansion. The Water Elemental could be moved a little bit more into the Human Footman. Now the duration of it is about to run out, so the second one wasn't used too greatly, and he's used the third one already onto one of Insomnia's peasants, and I guess suiciding that one isn't all too horrible for Insomnia. So he's taken a decent amount of damage. He's been forced to not mine gold for quite a while, but this Lightning Shield could have done so much more damage. We've seen games being pretty much decided early on after the use of that Lightning Shield plenty of times, but Insomnia has held himself in this game pretty nicely so far. Peasants continue mining. Do see that only a tiny XP advantage for ChinaHuman. MK second coming, first Arcane Sanctum coming for Insomnia as well. First Sorceress is out, second Arcane Sanctum coming this time for ChinaHuman, so at least that's going for him this time. He's getting a quick 2 Arcanes, but he still doesn't have a counter expansion coming. Clap first again skilled by the Mountain King. These footmen, one of them might fall to the AM, who can chase it down with the Boots of Speed. One hit probably might be enough. Depends on how much damage this Fireball is gonna get out, but ChinaHuman decides not to go for it for some reason. Tries to keep the pressure up against the peasant line here. Clap again doing a bit of damage to 2 of the footmen. Could have hit more. The Water Elemental might be able to finish at least one of them though. AM coming in to aid that. The next one is being picked off. 2 more footmen killed. Nothing lost by ChinaHuman. And tier 3 coming very quickly for Insomnia. Not yet. He's getting his 2 Arcanes up as well. He starts producing Sorceresses as well. So in many ways a similar game to the first one.
Our forces are under attack.
Some shots fired here against the Zorks. I'm not really sure what they are doing here, and the Zork of Insomnia is coming here, casting slow, as we can see, slow in here, costing 40 mana, not 50, which has been, it has been 50 in the beginning of Reign of Chaos. Eventually it got changed to 40, and eventually it got changed back to 50. So yeah, Blizzard and Clap combination starting for Insomnia as well. Clap by ChinaHuman as well. He doesn't have Blizzard yet to aid that Clap here, to go along with it. And the AM is taking quite a bit of damage here. The Zorks so slow, but slightly out of the Blizzard's range, so they are gonna survive here. Mountain King is getting himself into a good position for another Clap. Militia are coming in against the Zorks though, and they are both gonna fall at the same time. All of the footmen are heading towards the bottom here. Insomnia's Mountain King needs to pay attention, but there are no nuke available, no slow remaining for ChinaHuman, as both of his sorceresses were just taken down here by the Militia. Clap by the Mountain King again. A pretty risky position for ChinaHuman to be in actually, but all of the Militia duration has just run out. His AM again has to fall back. The next Zork is out and is actually slowing the Water Elemental here, luckily for ChinaHuman. Insomnia with the Mountain King can stand here. There's almost no damage output remaining for ChinaHuman at the moment, and he's the one forced to go back here in a fight, which in the end very decisively did go in Insomnia's favor. So the big question is, what's the plan here for ChinaHuman? Insomnia is still tier 2. Tier 2 with expansion and a superiorly sized army against tier 3, which should have finished by now. Yeah, has finished. Paladin soon to be out, but no expansion yet for ChinaHuman, so he needs to catch up in that aspect. I don't think that even with Knights, I don't think that he's gonna be able to just brute force his way into this expansion and kill it.
Our forces are under attack.
The difference in army size should just be too enormous. Next Blizzard is coming in. Clap is coming in by both of the MKs once again. Insomnia's gonna have to pay a bit of attention to his MK, but Yeah, still only level 1, so still no bolt available here. And yeah, Insomnia is really making use of that fact. Level 4 on his AM right now, level 4 on the AM of ChinaHuman as well. In the meantime, the Paladin has joined the army right now, and he's very ambitious here, apparently chasing after the Grey Army, but not for too long.
Our forces are under attack.
Next Zork walking through the creeps here by accident, but not in any danger of actually dying here. And it looks like, yeah, Insomnia doesn't want to give the red camp here to ChinaHuman. At the same time, he doesn't really desperately want to fight at the moment. Yeah, going for tier 3 right now as well. Not a big surprise here. He's got to catch up in tech. He's got the resources to do so. Wants to add his Paladin, his tier 3 units to his mix as well. Blizzard is coming in nicely placed. ChinaHuman is pulling his casters towards the right hand side, and I think Town Portal, yeah, has to be used by Insomnia. He's making sure to get all of his casters in range. Is anything more gonna fall here? No. So ChinaHuman is gonna have some time to get some creeping done, and it looks like he's gonna head towards the middle here. He's not going to creep either a red camp or an expansion anywhere on the map. Just goes for even one of the green camps here in the middle. The scout is still around, but not for too much longer. Blacksmith is coming, tier 3, about 2/3 done. Mountain King of ChinaHuman has finally reached level 2. Insomnia's MK has done so already in the previous fight. Defend once again being used by Insomnia to make sure to take as little damage as possible here. New mana potion, heal scroll and heal potion bought on the Mountain King. Still one town portal available for Insomnia. Red Drake egg for him. Well, I guess there will be, there's a few priests with this spell. And actually ChinaHuman doesn't wanna be passive here apparently. He's going for another push. 49 supply for Insomnia, 48 for ChinaHuman, who's starting to produce 2 Griffins. So that's where all the supply comes from. I was just wondering, because this doesn't look like a too promising fight for the Chinese human player. First Holy Light casted on one of the footmen. Look at the damage that Insomnia is able to do here with his level 2 Blizzard that he's got already. Another level 2 Blizzard, and Clap is coming in here, and all of the casters are in trouble all of a sudden, and all of them but one Zork is going down. The Paladin is in trouble as well. Bolt kills him. Level 3 on the Mountain King of Insomnia, and this is looking terrible for ChinaHuman. He's got to use his Town Portal out. The Mountain King is probably going to survive. There's no mana for another Bolt here, and therefore at least that one is getting out alive, and all that ChinaHuman's got going for him right now is that he's got the Griffin aviaries up. The first 2 Griffins, where are they? They have joined the army right now. What does Insomnia have against that? Well, a bunch of Zorks. The Bolt of the Mountain King, the level 1 Bolt still, I imagine. And 1 workshop up. Did he scout this? No, he didn't. But he's getting a flying machine nevertheless here. Let's see if it's gonna stay 1 flying machine for some scouting, or if he's actually smelling the Griffins here. ChinaHuman now with the attempt to counter expand, but he saw the farm there, and I don't think that Insomnia feels like giving ChinaHuman the time right now to counter expand, especially after the fight here where he just killed basically his entire army, and therefore he should have the clear map control right now. Look at the old design of the flying machine with the propeller. So Scroll of the Beast for Insomnia. AM is going to reach level 5 right now. Another pretty big level up for him. Level 3 Blizzard, I imagine, is going to be skilled here. Yeah, level 1 Brilliance Aura still for him. And it looks like the expansion is going to be placed at the bottom for ChinaHuman. Oh yeah, and the Griffins, as we can see, still with piercing damage here, so no magic damage, and they can still attack rock golems, etc. So piercing damage against the unarmored casters here, of course, a pretty would be a pretty big deal, but this is Reign of Chaos, so everything, all the armor and damage type combinations work differently here, so basically forget everything you know about certain armor types countering certain damage types, and vice versa. a second pair of boots of speed on the Mountain King of ChinaHuman. Guessing he's gonna pass that to perhaps the Paladin eventually. Let's see, Overlord is gonna fall in just a second. 114 gold for ChinaHuman due to that. And the Vampiric Aura, the Scout Farm, I imagine is not going to come up. And more of those gyrocopters joining the army, so it seems like Insomnia has by now, now definitely, as he just saw the Griffins, I guess he saw them previously somewhere, definitely picked up on the unit composition of his opponent, and thank God the design of the flying machines has been fixed eventually, or changed eventually. This seems to be kind of seizure inducing, and Insomnia with a very, very prophylactic town portal here, as ChinaHuman hasn't even been really close to his expansion. Definitely just wants to make sure not to take any damage unnecessarily onto onto his economy. By the way, ChinaHuman, you see, he's not producing any more Griffins. He's staying at 2 of them, getting a few casters again. Expansion is running by now, not scouted yet by Insomnia. I'm wondering if or what ChinaHuman is going to invest into right now, because he added a second barracks and he's going for a mass ground army. So yeah, perhaps this is just faking Insomnia into building too many flying machines. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That still seems okay. Mountain King Invisible again is coming in, and yeah, Town Portal is already being used. One of the priests is getting taken down on the way, and ChinaHuman is not nearly ready to take a fight here. And yeah, AM level 5, but he doesn't need to pull him away because, again, we're in Reign of Chaos, and heroes can creep up all the way to level 10 here if they want to. And now the flying machines are going to find out about the expansion, I guess. A fight might ensue soon in the, you know, closer area around that expansion, but not before ChinaHuman gets another creep camp, and his AM is level 5.5 already as well. Mountain King almost 4, Paladin over level 3, so he's gotten his heroes leveled decently, and Insomnia's Paladin is only level 1, so actually the XP lead clearly is in favor of ChinaHuman right now. Bolt and Clap goes onto the AM, he needs to be healed by the Paladin here. And that's happening right now. Blizzard is going onto that Paladin. The position is very good for Insomnia, though I'm still not ready. I still don't think that ChinaHuman is entirely ready yet to take that fight. The Mountain King is running into trouble, though. And is there anything to save him? Yes, invisibility is being cast. Another Blizzard did just come in by Insomnia, and he's done plenty of damage to ChinaHuman's units. Once again, Holy Light is being casted onto the Mountain King this time of ChinaHuman, and it's really risky by this Mountain King to come back. He's getting the Holy Light, he's using the Clap, he's gonna have to get going again. Another Lightning Sheet used onto the Mountain King of ChinaHuman, and now this is Paladin who's running into trouble, and he's got nothing to protect him. Bolt and the next 2 hits of the Mountain King are sealing the deal here, but in return, the heroes, both the second and third hero of Insomnia, seem like they are in trouble. And is there another Holy Light? Yes, there is. And invisibility is cast as well. The first charge of the Wand of the Wind is being used against the AM here. And let's see what ChinaHuman is going to be able to pick off here on the way. All of a sudden it is Insomnia who is on the run. It seemed like the fight was very favorable for him, but in the end it is, as I said, it is Insomnia who's on the run. The Griffins have fallen. The gyrocopters therefore are rather useless currently. And the ground army is chasing after him. Not quite sure if it's really necessary to uncommit here though. Bolt goes onto the Paladin, and it looks like he's not going to be killed. 0 HP here, and he is being cast invisible just in time. Dispel we just saw here barely missing the Paladin. He's running towards the bottom. The next Zorg is under attack. Plenty of knights all of a sudden streaming in for ChinaHuman. 5 knights all of a sudden in position against those casters. The Mountain King is looking very nice here as well. The next Clap is coming in, doing so much damage. Everything is being clapped here. The Mountain King is being cycloned. Is he gonna get the kill on that one once the cyclone runs off? He's trying to run away. He is getting away for now. The next knight is actually getting away as well, or is the... No, he's being Holy Lighted, and therefore the AM is not able to chase after that one. So all of a sudden, with all of his knights, with the double barracks knight production. Look at how much knights he has on the field. All of a sudden his production skyrocketing here. And yeah, with Insomnia investing into those flying machines, all of a sudden on the ground, he is looking in so much trouble. He's got one knight remaining and a few casters only. The next lightning shield is going onto the Mountain King. The knights are slowly crawling forward here. Both of the Mountain Kings actually need to be careful. There's no more mana on the Paladin of Insomnia, and therefore no Holy Light, at least for the moment, until he's got 65 mana again. And the Bolto is actually on the Paladin, and he's the next one falling. And yeah, the ChinaHuman is just crawling forward. The AM and the Mountain King are in trouble. Invisibility casted onto the Mountain King. The AM is running towards the top. The Knights are charging after the casters here. One of them is going to fall immediately. There's no mana on the Mountain King currently of ChinaHuman. His casters are getting attacked by Blizzard again. Nicely split though. The next clap is coming in against two of them, but there's no follow-up damage currently for Insomnia. So ChinaHuman is getting those one out alive, at least for the moment. In the meantime, the two heroes have to fall back, but Insomnia seems to have not really anything remaining. Now, he's the one with a Griffin, but yeah, one Griffin against the level 3 water elementals. So, ChinaHuman at level 6. Not quite sure what the skill pattern here is. I think one level of Blizzard, 2 levels of Brilliance Aura, and 1 level of 3 levels of water elementals. So both the MK and the Mountain King still desperately trying to defend here, but look at this army knocking at this front door, and there's almost nothing remaining for Insomnia. The Mountain King gets the next bolt, he's dying, and the AM is basically the last man standing, and ChinaHuman is charging in with a gazillion knights, and there's the GG by Insomnia after a insanely good early game for him. ChinaHuman got the lightning shield here. Insomnia was able to deal with it without really suffering all too much. He had to waste a lot of harvesting time early on, and ChinaHuman got his tier 2 tech done more quickly, got his double arcane finished rather quickly, and went for a lot of aggression, but Insomnia was able to hold it and was able to very decisively win the fight in front of his base. And then he was tier 2 with an expansion against tier 3 with no expansion. And at the end, I think it was just the fact that ChinaHuman got the expansion through, which Insomnia didn't really have to let happen, and that ChinaHuman was able to get his knight production to such a rapid frequency that Insomnia was just not able to keep up anymore on the ground. He was clearly able to beat those 2 Griffins with his flying machines in the air, but at the end it didn't matter. He did have the flying machines, and he did just get overrun by ChinaHuman's ground army, and therefore it is 1-1 currently in the series, and we're gonna have a deciding third map, and it's gonna be Tranquil Paths.